poznán e-mailű eszmerűni álláseszra lejegyeztük, lejegyeztelafú eszkani isztelámatű hanzukú lajkan esztema, lajkan eszte iszfama.
세상 가해루 이르해 힘내야 한다라고 하루 함께 눈나비에 스카라브 소에스텔라프 네 어두어시해 한테니까 아마도 건다해시 너니까 싫어해라 마트어다 숲의 나무 이르해 내다라 이에스카토 루가네 hitasmida saliente poznan imeru esmeruni ancestra la yedestu la yestelafu escani istela matu hanzuku laikon estema laikon este isfama
my god, I forgot BTS React again. Give me a sec. I keep forgetting it. Oh my god. But I have a little bit tummy hurt, so I'll take that as an excuse. How's everyone doing? Kondru Tip Shell, Kondru Tip Lurker, Kondru Drew, Kondru Rubix. Happy Bakes Day! Kondru Tse! Kondru Shell on Twitch. Yes, yes. Wait, yeah. Yeah, I think I got everyone. Happy Bakes Day, indeed. It's Bakes Day. No, not denied. Accept it. Accept the truth. How is everyone? Hope you had a great Saturday.
Wait, is a gun with a blanket? It looks very sus.
It's not sassy at all. I'm just stretches. Your denial has been rejected. Hi Johnny, hi Kondri, hi. So alright, you should get the book. So I had a glitch in the Matrix today. A funny one. Make a book. Yes. Book. Make a book. Okay. I'm gonna go to a restaurant now, so I will catch the VOD. Stay silly. I'm not sassy. Have a nice meal at the restaurant. Have fun, Drew. Thank you so much for dropping by. Right. So I was thinking about Raume from TGK, you know, for my fanfic. Trying to figure out their dynamics when Hinata and Raume meet for the first time, right? Also, I just really see, is it just me, or like the mouth on this model doesn't move much? Because like, does it do better with Vtuber? Because or am I just not opening my mouth enough? I don't know, man. Because I also saw it on some other shorts, because I don't pay attention because I'm looking at the game when I'm playing, right? And I saw that my mouth really doesn't move much. Though honestly, I feel like in the IRL, my mouth also doesn't move much. Like sometimes when, like you've seen some of the, like Camp's concerts and Nano's concert where I had to pre-record, I would make really big movements with my mouth to appear more expressive. But like, I'm not sure I can do it on stream, and I probably need something that reacts bigger to when I move my mouth. Honest ventriloquist. No, Rubix, you met me. I don't really open my mouth that much when I speak. Like, it's usually very smiley type of face. Like it's more like it's wider than it is. Than it is deeper question mark. Yeah, but that's about the gist of it. Oh yeah, also OMG, I am finally catching my therapist. Remember those stories, like he made an appointment and I show up and the door's fucking closed? Yeah, finally catching. But this also makes me think of the weird childhood stories. Let me think which one I can actually tell. I have never met this baka in my life. She avoids me. Orly Rubix? This is a very specific one, but I'm trying to think of a way to say it without outing where I grew up explicitly. Or like part of where I grew up because we moved. So it's like a museum, a historical site, and it has those floors where they make you wear protective wear so that you don't damage the floors. And Lil me, I was like, I don't know, either early grade school or like kindergarten. And So the way like what I remember of it is that it's like a really pretty ballroom-like room. It's like really big, or maybe it just looked bigger to me because I was small. And so those protective shoes, like the protective wear, this kind of like what a good plastic thing you pull over your shoes. It makes them really slippery. So I was like basically pretending to be like ice skating. I was way in my own world, ice skating. But what was apparently happening while I was little me in my own world is that apparently there was a state visit at this museum for whatever reason. I guess because like, come look, like, I don't know, come look at our beautiful sights, question mark. And so we got into this museum, this place, the historical site. Basically, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're having a visit from a international state guest in like soon, but you guys can go, but just like really fast, okay?" Am I now old enough to be an exhibit at the museum? That's me, not you, because I'm a fossil. I should get one day a fossilized dragon or something model when I have money. Right, where was I? No, I'm not sassy. No. So and so what I'm there like in my dream world, like la 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 la, or like I am having a grand time as a child, living in my fantasy. Meanwhile, the staff from this museum historical site thing, they're like trying to usher my parents and the entire family, like, the state guest is here! Hi, Shin! The state guest is here! You guys have to move! You guys have to move! And so apparently also like driving back home from the museum, like the entire roads have been cleared so that the state guest could arrive. Like, without traffic to this visit, to this official visit at this museum / historical site. It was fucking weird. I don't think... Was this... Was it the... Oh, I need to ask my mom if this was the same story where I also... There was another story where the car was pulled over and my parents were really stressed, like oh shit, he's gonna like he's gonna give us a ticket or something. And then maybe they're connected. And then like I rolled down the window of the back seat and I said, "I'm gonna throw up." And the policeman was like, moving on. And for my parents, I was like, there has never existed a child that has ever needed to throw up this timely. It's like, I was such a fucking weirdo. I don't know, when was I such a weird child? Maybe I'm also probably a weird adult, but like, sometimes I think back and I'm just like, huh? Yeah, I feel like I told this story before. But yeah, that was it. Where implies it that it stopped. No, I guess I'm probably still a weirdo, but that's fine. I feel like everyone has weird stories. Oh yeah, I remembered another one. Like, I don't know if I should tell it on stream because it's also like weird. It's funny for me because because of some stuff that I was researching for my fanfic. Don't at me. But like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say it on stream because like I'm a VTuber. It would have been easier to say if you guys saw me like IRL, because you'd know that I look normal, right? So anyone who saw me IRL at Dokumi, like, you guys know I look normal. Like Rubik's. I hope your day is also going well, Black Belt Chain. Yeah, maybe not on stream. Just one of those stories. Normal, yeah. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? I'm absolutely perfectly normal looking. Le. Ah. Yeah, you're normal. Nothing. That's a sassy nothing there, Rubix. I was actually born with a deformed head. Because I was born with my head kind of like lying on my shoulder, so as a little baby my head was deformed. And they had to fix it while I was still a baby, because baby skulls are like they haven't finished growing, right? So you can still fix that shit. But apparently it was like an entire escapade for my mom taking me to God knows which treatments. And I actually have a tiny scar on my jawline where I don't know what the fuck the treatment was. My mom said it's like had something to do with electricity. And apparently the nurse didn't attach the electrode, whatever the fuck, didn't put enough insulating gel there, and I had a zap, and I have like a little white scar on my jawline where you can't see it. When waking up with a gunk 15 centimeter from your face, not sure about normal. It stared at me. Wait, I don't remember that. Yeah. Weird gone lore, I guess. I don't know, it's just... The only thing that I have is that my shoulders are not the same length. It's like 1 centimeter. One is 1 centimeter longer. This is the only thing that remained. Thankfully. It's always like such... Whenever my mom brings it up, I was like, this is such wild lore. I stepped in front of the suitcase. You needed to grab something and I awoke. Ah! Because I was like, was I trying to wake you up? I don't remember trying to wake you up. Huh? Huh? So it's probably weird as a VTuber because you guys can like... You guys know that this thing like, oh, you're a VTuber because you're ugly. And at this point I just say yes. Moving on. Next question. No, just thought. Crunch! Should I grab an apple? Should we crunch an apple? But I'm like not hungry. I have tummy hurt. I need to crunch an apple on stream at some point. The entire trip was so weird. It was a Yumekai trip. And like, I woke up on Oris with a crunch or something. I was like trying to be quiet and eat my breakfast apple, and I crunch. No, I won't crunch the Katze, but I could pick him up. They've been super cuddly. I was kind of down the past few days, and probably they felt it, which is why they've been like, scream, give me attention, pay attention to me, not to whatever is stressing you. Very purr. Right, and the other thing was, ich werde es gleich. Oh, that's actually the right tone. That was the right tone. Ich werde es gleich. Because I was trying to warn Anras that I'm gonna throw back the plaque with the Wi-Fi password. So it was supposed to be a warning. Him, I'm about to throw it. Like, please don't get hurt. But it came out as a threat. Wait. Ich werfe es gleich. I'm gonna throw it. It was so threatening. I was weirded out myself. It came out so weird. Going my Katze. Cause Katze is great. And very soft and very fluffy. Like, he's been so demanding. Melon has been so demanding. He just comes in the morning and screams at me until I sit him on my lap, and I just pat his head. And then this is basically what I'm doing, like for the next 30 minutes. I'm petting the cat. And I can't type anything. I just have the cat. But right now I don't need to be typing. Right now I only need to be reading. Yes, exactly. So maybe I can get the cat, not Tor, because Tor isn't very loud cat. He moved his ears. He heard me. They're both pretending to be sleepy. Right. Oh yeah, there was also a really big cemetery at the village where we sometimes visited. And it always gave me a really weird feeling. Because it would always have these very beautiful, very colorful artificial flowers at the graves, at the gravestones. Sorry if I want to comment. I struggle to understand a more literature English when listening to it. Don't worry, Hanks, it's fine. But yeah, Gung, since you're Swiss, what are your thoughts on Basel? It's an okay city. I don't think it seems fine. It seems okay. Like, I know for Zurich, a lot of people who have cars complain because it's not very friendly to car drivers. Like, they really pull this thing through. You have a tram and a bus. Get on the public transport. So the traffic is often set up in a way that's kind of punishing. Yeah. Gunk, since you're Swiss, what are your thoughts on... Okay. Oh, Hi, Kumatora! Hi! Gondry. Interesting. What are your thoughts on Basel? I think it's pretty enough. It doesn't really... I wouldn't call it like the prettiest city in Switzerland, but like, it's pretty enough. And of course, like my hometown, which I'm not gonna quote here. You can... Bern is also like really pretty, the central part. I'm not sure about... depends on which sleepy region, I guess. Zurich, you just have to live outside of Zurich, period. I have no idea, but I'm thinking of maybe searching for work there in the far future. Ooh. Yeah, no, you can also look for a place to rent outside of the city, but the prices are all comparatively high in any big city. You can write me about it if you want me to like recommend something. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and open a website and see how the prices in my region right now are. Because yeah. But like any big city is gonna be like expensive most of the time. Staying in line to see the show tonight, and there's lights on Heavy Glow. Which show? Which show are you seeing? Yeah, like if you're looking for in Basel, you should be able to find something. But also like honestly, Rubik's. If you're looking for something in Basel, and you might as well live on the German side. Because in Basel, you're gonna have the Swiss prices. So maybe taking the train from Germany would be smarter. Oh, I tried to say I'd be there. Hey, oh, right, I saw this. I was planning on living in Germany. Yeah. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, I imagine living in Switzerland. Terrible, right? Alright, let's grab a cat and continue reading. We stopped in the middle of a chapter because it was kind of like that. And I'm gonna drop a cat. Merlin, why are you so soft? Why are you so pure soft, you? Pure epium. Okay, right, I got him. I got the boy. Alright, let's go. Suddenly, Tadashi blinked his eyes open. Oh, I was dreaming of my mother, he said. She was standing by this great big cupboard or bookshelf or something, and she was holding out her hand and looking at me and smiling so big. I said, Mommy, do you want me to get an apple for you? That's when I just woke up. Gee, this is the same train I was on before. Congratulations on the 7 stream streak! I'm not crazy. Grab a coffee. A coffee. Yes. Okay. Fremd und geheimnisvoll, Türme aus rotem Gold, kalt wie das Eis. Doch wer dich wirklich kennt, der weiß, ein Feuer brennt dir so heiß. Tor zur Vergangenheit, Spiegel der Zahlenzeit, rot wie das Blut. Was? Is it like a song lyrics? Actually, I never listened to that song much, but yeah, I know which one song you mean now. You've got the apple, said the young man. This nice man gave us all one. Thank you, sir. Hey, Kara is still asleep. I'll wake her up, okay? Sis, look, we got apples. Wake up and see. Kara smiled and opened her eyes, rubbing them with both hands from the rear. Then she saw the apples. Rather, she was munching away at an apple as if it were a piece of pie. The peel that he had taken the trouble to peel off took on the shape of a corkscrew as it fell, turned smoky gray, flared, and evaporated before reaching the floor. Giovanni and Campanella stashed their apples in their pockets for safekeeping. Downstream, there was a vast forest growing on the far bank of the river, its thick and deep green branches loaded down with brown ripe fruit, glowing red, a bewilderingly tall triangular sign standing in its very center. The breeze from the forest carried the indescribably beautiful sound of bells and xylophone that mingled with everything permeating the air. The young man shuddered, spellbound by the sound. They all listened to the music in silence as the sky unfolded into what looked like a yellow and light green meadow, or carpet, and pure white dewdrops like wax swept across the face of a sun. Healing desk, only healing kitty belly. Merlin, you can go back to sleep. Oh, look at those crows! Cried Kaoru, who was now beside Campanella. Those aren't crows, they're magpies! Exclaimed Campanella in what came out as a scolding voice, causing Giovanni to laugh unintentionally and the little girl to feel very self-conscious. Black birds in their thousand had come to rest in rows along the milky white bank, bathing motionlessly in the glow coming off the river. Yes, they are magpies, interceded the young man. You can tell by the tufts sticking out from the back of their heads.
Never settle gonorrhea.
What? Hi, Rulia. That was not on my bingo list. That was not on my bingo. My love, you wanna leave? Or you wanna flip your belly? I will need to have a toggle one day. Hi, Christian Sanchez. Hi. I'm not sure which part of the stream is amazing. I just might unarchive it. But yeah, that was a wild thing. Marla, you wanna leave? No, he's just lying weirdly. Okay. By now, the tall sign in the green forest was face to face with the train, and the familiar strains of the hymn's melody could be heard coming from the wagons in the very back. It sounded like it was being sung by a huge chorus of people. The young man turned pale and ran, started to rise and follow the sound, but decided to sit again. You're watching Sailor Moon? The new one or the old one? It's kind of loud. Is the music in the intro a little bit loud? At least it's a little bit loud for me. No, it should be fine from what I'm seeing. Kara buried her face in her handkerchief, and even Giovanni couldn't help but get a bit sniffly. Somehow the melody was picked up by someone, until both Giovanni and Campanella found themselves singing along in unison. The dance green olive grove listened in tears as it moved gradually beyond the invisible river, the mysterious music streaming out of it growing faint, drowned out by the sounds of the train and the rush of the wind. The first season of this dub. Oh, so the new one. Is it good? Do you like the dub? Honestly, I didn't watch the new one. I barely watched the old one. I think Sailor Moon, honestly, I'm not sure Sailor Moon would have been something for me. I watched the last season though. I really liked the last season. The last season was amazing, of the old one. And I have the manga, I have read the manga. I think I'm more really of a shonen girly, though sometimes I do like my shoujo. But like, you know, the funny thing is sometimes shoujo manga are really fucked up.
And then Yuji whispered to Ken and Hinata, I have been trying to reach you about your jujutsu's expiring efficiency.
Oh my god, efficiency? Wow. Okay, I think Merlin wants to leave, so I'm gonna let the kitty leave. Go, my boy. So, oh my god, guys, Merlin's already 80 years old. Well, he's gonna be like in February. I like Dark Magical Girls series. Nyobong. Like, what kind of... Like, I like... Honestly, the only two Dark Magical Girls series I know is like Madoka Magica and Magical Girl Side, and Magical Girl Side. Like, I've read the entire manga, okay? It ain't it, and it's not for me. Magical Girls Racing Project. I feel like I heard about that one. Magical Girls Racing Project. Let me see. You should watch more Magical Girls. Mahou Shoujo Ikusei Keikaku. Whoa, oh, the title sounds really interesting. A very popular social network game known as Magical Girl Racing Project is like, ooh. Okay. At some point, the administration decided that 16 magical girls in a certain city were too many, announcing they would cut the members in half by having a magical girl with the fewest magical candies each week lose their powers. Oh, that sounds interesting. It could be interesting. But like, for Magical Girl side, sometimes I felt like they want to be edgy for the sake of being edgy. Well, Madoka Magica is... Like, Madoka Magica is... Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be edgy for the sake of being edgy. But, like, Madoka Magica is a statement. Madoka Magica is a... at least when it... Yeah, survival game is the type of thing that I would wanna read. Because, like, you guys know, I like... Post-apocalypse or, like, zombie apocalypse is the type shit where I usually check out because one way or the other it's gonna be interesting. Like... It has to be really bad for me not to at least give it a shot past chapter 1. I mean, I even finished I Am Hero. I Am Hero was such a weird experience. Like, it started out so good. It started out so fucking good. I was gonna say it's like the best zombie manga ever, but then it became religious. Suddenly it was kind of giving me really religious vibes, and I was like, like, I could move past away, like in I Am Hero, past the author's kinks about stuff, to put it politely. Because, like, they weren't the main focus, but then stuff started getting really weird. And somehow, as I said, also religion got mixed up, and like there's some people were chosen ones, and I'm like, but why now? And the ending is really ambiguous. You know, kink shaming is my kink. No, but like because it's a published manga, okay? Like sometimes it felt like so offbeat, right? That was weird. Like some plot points are like I can look past it, but some stuff was weird. And there was something that really bothered me about the behavior of the protagonist in the final fight. Like, he set out to save the girl he loves, but when it came down to it, he ended up focusing on something entirely different. Like, she's right there, he should be sniping this and this guy, but he's not doing that, he's suddenly focused on something else entirely, and it just made no sense to me. It's like, you know what, whatever, fuck you. Screw you! Yeah, it was weird. So like, do not recommend. Like maybe if it's like your thing, like, you know what, everything has an audience, right? But like, it doesn't get my seal of approval. Like, between end of the world mangas or like end of the world type situations, I'd say Cradle of Monsters was something I like more. Or Cage of Eden. Cage of Eden isn't me singing has no audience. No, everything has an audience, even if it's just one person. They just need to find you. It's just harder to you're just harder to be found when you have a small audience. But in the end, there is an audience that wants to hear you and be silly. But honestly, sometimes, honestly, about singing, there is some stuff that kind of annoys me. Like there was, it's a while ago, it's like years ago. There were like, I stumbled upon a video of like 4 girls sitting and around like a music player and singing a Blackpink song. And people were really shitting on them. And I'm like, bro, when you start doing something, are you automatically good? Stop shaming them. Like, you don't have to praise them, but you don't need to like diss them this way. What the fuck? Go do something else with your life. If they find me, I will send them to get professional help. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but a Cage of Eden is not a zombie manga. It's dinosaurs manga. Let's put it like that. It's still a survival thing. Cradle of Monsters is kind of a zombie manga, but like not a conventional one. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a zombie manga that I like really liked. Oh, I haven't gotten very far in it, but remember there was this, what was it called? The one with the cute girls, the zombie thing with the cute girls. It was like a really big thing for a hot minute. What was it called? It was a girl that was delusional, the girl with the pink hair that was delusional who didn't see zombies. Yeah, that one. No, not Some 100. Oh, Some 100 is a good one. No, not Zaga. Not the Idol one. Not the Idol one. I actually haven't watched the Idol one, funny enough. But Some 100 was cool, but School Life is the one that I'm referencing. See, Some 100 is not depressive enough, but that's its selling point. Some 100 that's its selling point, and it's a very positive one, which I think is really cool. But like School Life was, wait, it's so hard to find it when they give it such a title. School Live, not life. School Live. Gakkagurashi, living at the school. Yeah, I actually moved past the way you want to press I watch July in April. We should watch that anime because I have not watched it. I started reading the manga, And I could not get over the trope of misunderstandings and the protagonist, who is already depressed, getting beaten up. And it being played for jokes. I did not find it funny. And I could not get past it. And I remember somebody had this panel where the one of the like childhood friends of the guy, the girl who's like one of the childhood friends, she's like, oh no, he likes her, not me. And I'm like, yeah, what have you done to like, did you do anything aside from, you know, laughing about his depression? Calm the fuck on! Honestly, I'm so over this trope. Like, as somebody who's been anime fan for a longer while, like especially if it's like really a misunderstanding and like nothing, and I'm so over this trope. Oh yeah, I also never watched Elfen Lied. I do like Lyria though, the song. Like, I took a look at it and decided, you know what? No. That's a good summary. But yeah, School Life, I moved a bit. I think in the anime they finish it. They finish the story with how they leave the school in the end. Is that it? But I read a bit further, and there was some really interesting development. And I really like the whiplash a lot. Like, it's also like really sad. There's like it's interesting. I feel like it's a really cool premise. I do wanna, yeah, it's like much further. It's like one, yeah, it's, oh, is it finished? It's finished, right? Oh, there's also a sequel. Holy shit. And there is a live action adaptation? Wait. There was a live action adaptation? I want to watch it. Oh my god. Wait, holy shit. Hi, Kimoto Yasushi-san! Why do you have your fingers in another project like this? So apparently, where did I just see it? So the film is directed by Issei Shibata and starred the members of the idol group Last Idol. And I clicked on it, and I'm reading. In July 2017, Akimoto Yasushi started planning recruiting participants for an audition program in order to form a new idol group. And it's like, you know, it's the guy who made AKB48, and before it, the Onyanko Club, that was also super popular. And also 22-7, which is like where Sally, Ameki Sally is from. The one that's like voice actresses and idols, and Ikwarura, that's like, and the spin-offs of that I don't remember. Oh, and then they have like a spin-off group. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I know any of these names, but I don't think so. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I should be trying to watch Elfen Lied. What's more like, I don't even know if it aged well. But yeah, for July and April, you guys, yeah, I know, it's so crazy. I was like, let me immediately select it, and we need to go back to reading. But yeah, I was about to say, you guys will need to hold my hand for July and April. I know it will get good, but the question is like, do I have the strength to wait for it to get good? Which was also a thing, like, you know how in Germany, like Arina Tanemura as a mangaka was like a really big name for shoujo manga. Like everyone loved Arina Tanemura's works. And it's like anything that was released with her name would immediately garner attention. Like she was a really big name. But honestly, already Shinshi Dome Cross was already kind of like the ending was so uncommittal that I was like, okay, you know, whatever. I guess you just need to like appease the editors, appease the fans. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever you. Oh, you couldn't commit to an ending. But then, like Kaguya Hime came out, and I read the first 4 chapters, and the characterization of the main love interest was so all over the place that I lost my patience with it. Like stick to a characterization, ma'am. Like, is he like this or is he like this as a person? You stop flip-flopping. If it's like a singular character. But apparently it gets good later. Which like was super popular still. But they were like, oh, but it gets good. Do I have the strength to wait for it to get good though? Because 4 chapters of a shoujo manga is an entire volume. Pun manga. I feel like I know which one you mean. Oh my god, I heard about that one. What the hell? This looks really interesting. I should read that. Alright, let's continue reading. The dense green olive grove glistened in tears as it moved gradually beyond the invisible river, the mysterious music streaming out of it growing faint, drowned out by the sounds of the train and the rush of the wind. Look, a peacock! Cried Tadashi. No, it's Takashi. Tadashi. Peacocks, lots of them, said Kaoru. Giovanni was watching the reflection of light coming off the peacocks as they spread and closed their feathers above a grove, no bigger than a miniature green shell button. Right, said Campanella to Kaoru. It was peacock calls we heard before. Yes, I know, she said. I saw about 30 of them. It was the peacocks that sounded like a harp. Giovanni, glum yet not knowing why, wanted to glare at Campanella and say, hey, let's hop up here and have some fun. The river divided in 2. A turret as high as the sky has been erected on the island at its fork. And on top of it perched a man in a red cap and loosely fitting clothes. He was looking towards the sky and signaling with the red and green flags in his hands. He waved the red flag repeatedly in the air, then suddenly brought it down, hid it behind his back, lifted the green one as high as he could, waving it furiously, like an orchestra conductor. At that very moment, an unbelievable clamor filled the air, as if it had suddenly started raining cats and dogs, and whole clusters of little black birds shot, as if out of the mouth of a shotgun, across the sky to the far side of the river. Giovanni found himself sticking half his body out the window to get a good look at the tens of thousands of little birds as they flew, each and every one calling through the magnificent dark violet sky. Just look at those birds fly, he said from outside the window. Birds? said Campanella, looking up. The man in the loose outfit on top of the turret suddenly raised his red flag and waved it madly. At that moment, the great cloud of birds froze. An ear-splitting crash was heard downstream, and it was perfectly quiet. Yet no sooner was there quiet than did the red-capped signaler once again wave his green flag, yelling out in a voice as clear as a bell. Now's the time for all migratory birds to migrate! Now's the time for all migratory birds to migrate! That's cute! That's so cute. And once again, the great mass of countless birds shot overhead. Kaoru poked her head out of the same middle window as the 2 boys, gazing upwards with lovely sparkling cheeks. Oh, so many birds, she said to Giovanni, and the sky is so pretty too! But Giovanni turned a deaf ear to Kaoru, keeping his mouth shut, considering her no more than a big pain in the neck, and continued to look up at the sky. Oh, he's being petulant. Kaoru took a faint breath, fell silent, and returned to her seat. Campanella, feeling sorry for her, drew his head back and sighed and concentrated on his map. Is that man there to teach the birds? She asked Campanella softly. He's there giving signals to migrating birds, he replied, unsure of himself. I mean, a flare rocket's up or something, telling him to do it. Silence filled the wagon. Giovanni wanted to bring his head in from the window, but the bright light inside would be too hard to bear, so he remained as he was and whistled a tune. Why am I so forlorn? I should be a kinder person, a more generous person. I can see a small blue flame, hazy with smoke, way beyond. It is so quiet and cold, but it calms my spirit, if I keep my mind on it. Oh yeah, no, let me finish reading this. Giovanni, gazing in the distance, grasped his burning, throbbing head in both hands. Is there really nobody who will stick with me to the edges of the universe and beyond? Campanella just sits there jabbering away to that little girl, and it hurts me more than anybody knows. Giovanni's eyes filled with tears, making the Milky Way seem even more remote and dreamy right. By this time the train had veered away from the river, passing above a cliff. The black cliff face by the waterline on the opposite bank loomed gradually higher and higher at the lower reaches of the river. A huge stand of corn flashed into view, with leaves that were all frizzled and curly, and husks that were big and ready and already striking a green. Sprouting red hairs and boasting kernels like pearls. Yeah, it was corn. Soon the number of plants had multiplied until the stand, with plants in rows lined, and the area between the cliff and the track. When Giovanni put his head in and looked through the window across the aisle, he saw ears of corn swaying in the breeze, going all the way to the horizon, laden with red and green dewdrops on the tips of their curly leaves, shining like diamonds that had absorbed the rays of the sun. Okay, where was it? Right, oh yeah, I read the new chapter of Absolute Sword Sense, and it's fucking peak. Maybe it's not the most complicated premise, it's another one of those cultivation, regression, webtoons. But like, I really like the political aspect of it. Like this little shit is playing multiple sides, and he's doing it so well. But it was like the new part was like really, oh, he's really doing that. I was kind of waiting for him to try to do something like that. I'm not gonna spoil what he's doing, but it's like, oh, this little shit in a positive way. It's like, oh damn, bro. Tell me if you guys read it. It's kind of cute. I suppose I do like kind of cute stuff. Right. Let's continue. That's corn, isn't it? Said Campanella to Giovanni. But Giovanni wasn't in a mood to be cheered up and sat there gazing at the field with a moody face. Maybe moody, I don't know. Guess so, he answered. That's when the train slowed down, passed by a few signals and illuminated switches that came to a halt at a little station. The milky white clock face opposite them indicated precisely the second hour, and the wind died down. The train was still, and a pendulum ticked-tocked the time throughout the still, quiet country. Then a faint melody, perfectly in time with the ticking of the clock, came their way, a thread of sound from the far fringes of the field. It's the New World Symphony, said Kaori to herself. All the people in the train, including the stately young man in black, were plunged into a tender dream of their own creation. Why can't I cheer myself up in such a peaceful place like this? Why am I so alone? I heard Campanella. He's really being mean. We're on this train together, and all he does is blabber to that little girl. It's really hard to take. Aw, he wants attention. Giovanni, his face half buried in his palms, stared out the far windows. A flute-like note, clear as glass, rang out, and the train began to creep along, as Campanella sadly whistled at the tune of the rotating stars. Precisely, you see? It's all high prairie up here, blurted out an old man from behind, as if he had just woken up. Now, if it's corn you want, you gotta open up a hole 2 feet deep and plant the seed in that. Otherwise, you haven't got a prayer. Is that right? I guess we won't be reaching the river for quite some time yet. Precisely. We're still a good 2,000 to 6,000 feet above her. We're over one hell of a gorge here. Giovanni was struck by a thought. Sure, we're over the plateaus of Colorado. What? Oh, we're in Colorado right now! We're in the Milky Way. Why are we in Colorado? Huh? What country is this even? It's okay, it's all a dream. Kaori, far away in thought, her face like an apple wrapped in silk, was staring in the same direction as Giovanni. Campanella was still whistling sadly to himself. All of a sudden, the corn was gone, leaving a vast black stretch of prairie, from one horizon to the other. The New World Symphony, Symphony! The New World Symphony was coming in loud and clear from beyond the horizon, when an American Indian, an arrow fixed in his taut bow, decked out in white feather headdress and a variety of stones on his arms and breast, started running after the train, running after the train as fast as his moccasins would take him. Gosh, it's an Indian fright taggish. Look, an Indian! This woke up the young man in black and sent both Giovanni and Campanella to their feet. He's running after us, exclaimed Kaori. He's running this way, chasing us. No, he isn't chasing the train, said the young man, standing up and putting his hands in his pockets as if unaware of where he was. He's hunting or dancing. A reminder, this book was published in 1937 or something. What he was doing did look very much like a dance. His step was too measured and methodical to be a sprint. Then, without warning, he stopped dead in his tracks. His white headdress tumbled down in front of him, and he fired his arrow quick as a flash into the air. A crane whirled dizzily down, and once again he dashed ahead to catch it in his open arms. He stopped there, beaming. But his figure standing there holding the crane in his arms and looking in the direction of the train grew steadily smaller and ever distant. Two ceramic insulators and a telegraph pole glittered by, and once again they were passing through thickets of corn. The train was moving along the top of a gigantic cliff, and the white river flowing, shining back far down below it. Are you guys following? And am I being too fast? You guys good? Oh. I really like this bird sound. So the soundtrack, by the way, we're listening is the Spirit City. Is the app that I'm running for this. Okay, there we go. Where was the tab? Precisely, said the old man. From here on, it's all downhill, which is not to say that it's a breeze getting down to river level in one go. This train can never go the other way, because the angle here is too much for her. See? We're picking up speed already. The train checked faster and faster down the slope. As it skirted the very edge of the cliff, the river shone brightly in their eyes. Giovanni's mood brightened too. He sped past a small hut, with a solitary little boy standing in front of it. He cried out into the air. The train was steeply clanking down the incline, even faster now. All the people in it pushed back hard against their seats and holding on for dear life. Giovanni and Campanella smiled at each other. The Milky Way was streaming furiously past them, virtually under their nose, giving off brilliant flashes of light. Wild pinks were in bloom along the pale red bank, where the train slowed down by degrees, running steadily and smoothly again. Banners decorated with stars and pigs were flying on either bank of the river. I wonder what banners those are, said Giovanni, finally managing to eke out some words. Beats me. Nothing like them on my map. There's an iron boat there too. Yeah, perhaps they're building a bridge, said Kaoru. Sure, they're army engineers' banners. They're on bridge building maneuvers, except I don't see any soldiers around. Just then, a little downstream by the opposite bank, the invisible river flashed, and a pillar of water shot up high into the air with an ear-splitting boom. They're blasting! They're blasting! Cried Campanella, jumping for joy. The water in the pillar disappeared, but huge salmon and trout that had been flung into the sky by the explosion remained in the air. their bellies gleaming white as they described a perfect arc before falling back into the river. Giovanni was in such high spirits now that he wanted to leap into the air himself. "It's the army engineers in the sky," he said. "Fantastic! Those trout or whatever just went rocketing up like this. I've never been on such a great trip as this. Out of this world!" "Those trout would be this big close-up," said Campanella. "The number of fish in this river is amazing." "I wonder if there are little fish too," said Caro, now hooked on the boys' conversation. "There's bound to be," replied Giovanni, smiling at her and feeling his old self again. "If they've got big ones, there's bound to have little ones too. We're just too far away to see them." "Look, those must be the palaces where the twins live," exclaimed Tadashi, suddenly pointing out the window. Two little shrines that might have been fashioned of crystal stood roof to roof on top of a rolling hill to their right. What's the palaces where the twins live?" "Our mother told us about them lots of times," explained Kaoru. "There are two little crystal palaces next to each other, just as she said there would be." "Tell us about them. What are twin stars doing in the sky?" "Why don't you ask me?" said Tadashi. "The twins went to the meadow to play. Then they had an argument with a crow, see?" "No, that's not how it went," said Kaoru. "Let's see now. It was on the bank of the Milky Way. Mommy said so. And the comet came whooshing by. Whoosh, whoosh." "Stop it, Tadashi. That's not the way it was. That's a different story altogether." "So it's them playing the flute?" asked Giovanni. "They're off at sea," said Tadashi. "No, they're not," insisted Kaoru. "They've already been to sea." "Yeah, I know," continued Tadashi. "I can tell you all about it." This is cute. The opposite bank of the invisible river turned a sudden red, and its waves glistened like needles, throwing what looked like willows into stark silhouette. A large crimson fire was burning in a distant field, its towering smoke threatening to scorch the deep violet of the sky. The flame was more transparent red than a ruby, more exquisite than lithium. I just have all the metal comparisons here. "I wonder what's causing that fire," said Giovanni. "What could be burning to give off a flame as red as that?" "It's Scorpia's fire," replied Campanella, his head buried in his map. "Oh, I know about Scorpia's fire," said Caro. "So what is it then?" asked Giovanni. "Scorpia burned to death. My father told me millions of times that the fire burns to this very day." "The scorpion's an insect, right?" "Uh-huh, it is, but it's a nice insect." So let me read the Tumblr story about the scorpion and the frog. Never mind. "A scorpion's not a nice insect. I saw one in alcohol at the museum. He's got a huge stinger on his tail. And the teacher said if it stings you, you die." "I know, but he's still a nice insect. My father told me that a long, long time ago, Scorpio lived in the Baldona Vale, and he survived by killing teeny bugs and eating them up. Then one day he was caught by a weasel, and it looked like he was going to be eaten all up by himself. He tried to get away with all his might, and he was about to be pinned down by the weasel when he saw the swell, and he fell right down into it. And there was no way in the world he could get back up, so it looked like he was going to drown for sure. So he began to pray. Oh, I can't remember how many living creatures I have killed in my lifetime, but now I found myself trapped by the weasel and running for my own life. Woe is me! Everything is so risky in life. Why didn't I just give my body to the weasel and be done with it? If I had, at least he would have been able to live another day." Hi, Kinko! Hi, Kitsu. Do you prefer Kinko or do you prefer Kitsu? And have a great lurk. Thank you for stopping by. Dear God, please look into my heart and in the next life. Don't throw away my life in vain like this, but use my body for the good and happiness of all. Dang. That's... Actually, let me copy paste this for reasons. Let me copy this. Let me copy this. I need to I need it because have I linked you guys? I think I linked it on my Discord server. The story about the scorpion and the frog, which is like absolute madness. Oh, let me see. Oh my god. Let me see if I find it on my. I thought it has to be. It has to be. Yes, that one. I'm gonna copy the link real fast. Because the story is insane, so I'm gonna read it to you later after I finish this. Which we hopefully will. That's what he said, and Scorpio saw his body turn bright red and turn into a beautiful flame, lighting up the darkness of the night sky. And he's burning out too. That's what my father said. That fire? It must be him. Sure, look! The triangular signs are lined up exactly in the shape of a scorpion. Giovanni could clearly see beyond the tower of fire, 3 signs making a scorpion's front legs, with 5 others nearer to him, forming the tail with a hook in its stinger. The red flame burned brightly, without so much as a crackle. As the fire receded gradually into the distance, everyone began to hear all sorts of indescribably lively music. To smell what smelled like bouquets of flowers, and to hear a mixed murmur of voices and whistling. There appeared to be a town nearby, with some sort of festival in progress. Oh, Centaurus! Let the dew fall! Cried Tadashi, who had been fast asleep until then in the seat beside Giovanni. Wasn't Tadashi speaking right before? Am I confused? Outside the window stood a green Christmas tree, a fir or cypress, its branches swimming with countless miniature bulbs, as if thousands of fireflies were swarming throughout them. How could I forget? Tonight was the Centaur Festival. Yeah, this must be the Centaur village, piped in Campanella. I never miss a ball that's thrown to me, boasted Tadashi inexplicably. Momentarily we will arrive at the Southern Cross, said the young man to the children. Please prepare to alight. I'm gonna stay on the train a little bit longer, said Tadashi. Laura stood up on shaky legs and made preparations to leave. She looked sad to have to say goodbye to Giovanni and Campanella. We must get off here, said the young man to Tadashi, closing his lips firmly. I'm gonna stay on a little longer. You can stay with us, said Giovanni, unable to hold himself in. We've got a ticket that goes on forever. But we have to get off here, said Karasetti. This is where you get off to go to heaven. Who says you have to go to heaven? My teacher says that we have to create a place that's even better than heaven right here. But our mommy's already there. And besides, God says so. A God who says that is a phony God. Your God is the phony one. He is not. What kind of God is your God? Interrupted the young man, smiling. Oh wait, it's Giovanni arguing with the girl. See, there's like I kind of lost it. It's like anyway. Actually, let me reread this part of the conversation. So the Tadashi is the one who says like, I'm gonna stay on a little longer. You can stay on with us, said Giovanni, unable to hold himself in. We've got a ticket that goes on forever. But we have to get off here, said Karasetti. This is where you get off to go to heaven. Who says you have to go to heaven? My teacher says we have to create a place that's even better than heaven right here. But our mommy's already there. And besides, God says so. A God who says that is a phony God. Your God is the phony one. He's not. What kind of God is your God? Interrupted the young man, smiling. How should I know? Said Giovanni. But he's not like hers. He's the only real God. Oh my God. Kicks down the door quietly. Who been reading the books here, eh? Hi, Urchin. Hi. Condre. Hope you're doing well. Right. Welcome. Yeah, reading Night on the Galactic Railroad. And we're like trying to... Where am I? I don't even see this. Oh, we're really close to the end now. Well, closer to the end. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Make yourself comfy. Of course, the real God is the only God, said the young man. I don't mean it that way. I mean the really real God. That's what I'm saying too. Let us pray that we'll all meet someday, in the course of time, before that real God. The man humbly clasped his hands together. Kara did the same, and all of them looked frightfully pale and very reluctant to say goodbye to each other. Giovanni could hardly contain his tears. Well now, are you ready? We're nearly at the Southern Cross. It was at that instant, far downstream, emerging like a single tree out of the invisible water of the river, a cross studded with lights of blue, bitter orange, and every cloud under the sun, crowned with a pale white halo of cloud. There was a great hustle and bustle inside the train, as all the passengers stood to attention and prayed, just as they had done at the Northern Cross. And cries of joy, like the ones you hear when children grab for a melon, were heard, and deep pious sighs. Eventually, the cross came into full view outside the windows, with a white halo cloud, more white than the flesh of an apple, revolving gently around it and round it. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Their voices rang out pleasantly in chorus as they heard the crystal clear call of a bungle from the remotest part of that cold, remote sky. The train rolled slowly through a long series of signals and electric lights, crawling to an eventual stop directly in front of the cross. Well, everyone up! The young man took Tadashi's hand and made his way towards the exit. Goodbye for now, said Kara to the two boys, looking back at them. Goodbye, said Giovanni in a brusque voice, only because he was trying to hold in his tears. Aww. I think last time I was hit more because of realizing where the people came from. And we're prepared. Good, we're not crying. She looked back at them once more, her eyes wide open with suffering. Then silently left. The train was more than half empty. Then, before they knew it, there wasn't a soul left in it at all. A vacant wind blew through the buildings. The boys looked outside. All of the people had come together, forming rows in humble prayer, kneeling on the Milky Way sand in front of the cross. A godlike figure in white robe was crossing the invisible water, coming towards them with outstretched arms. And at this very moment, the glass whistle blew. The train inched forward, and a silver mist came streaming up between them and the river. Nothing was visible there now save for a grove of walnut trees, their leaves gleaming, and a cute little electric squirrel with a golden halo who kept poking his face blinking through the mist. When the mist finally began to lift, he could see a wide road lined with electric lights skirting the track for some distance, then leading off into the blue. The little pea-colored lights flipped off as the train approached, as if acknowledging its presence, then flicked back on again as it passed. The cross had shrunk so small in the distance that it looked like you could pick it right up and hang it on your chest. There was no way on earth of knowing whether the little girl and the young man and the others were still kneeling on that white sand or had already gone off to their heaven. Campanella, said Giovanni, sighing deeply. We're alone again. Let's stay together till the ends of the earth, okay? If I could be like that scorpion and do something for the benefit of all people, I wouldn't care if my body burned up 100 times over. I need to copy the quote again. Me too, said Campanella, his eyes welling with the clearest tears. But what is real happiness, Campanella? Don't ask me, he answered dreamily. We'll keep our spirits up, won't we? Said Giovanni, taking a deep breath, feeling a new strength gushing through him. Hey, there's the coal sack, cried Campanella, pointing to a spot in the Milky Way and leaning back as he did so. It's a hole in the sky! Giovanni shivered in fright as he looked at the coal sack. It was a huge black gaping hole in the river, and the longer he stared and squinted into it, the more his eyes smarted, and he couldn't tell how deep the bottom went or what was down below it. Also, it's a black hole. Okay. And that's scared of all that dark, he said. I'm going to get to the bottom of everything and find out what will make people happy. We'll go together, Campanella. As far as we can go. Yes, we will, Giovanni. Oh, look over there, cried Campanella, pointing to a distant field. That is the most beautiful country I have ever seen. Everybody's there. That's the real heaven. Look, my mother's there too. Look. Giovanni looked, but what he saw was all milky white and blurry. Not at all like what Campanella was describing. He felt indescribably lonely as he peered out, catching sight only of 2 telegraph poles on the opposite bank. Their red crossbeams linked like arms. Campanella, said Giovanni, turning towards him. We're going to stick together, okay? But there was no Campanella where Campanella had been sitting. Only the black, shining velvet seat. Giovanni bolted up like a rocket, leaning far out the window so that he wouldn't be heard as he screamed into the sky, pounding his chest hard and crying out with a throat full of tears. Everything seemed to go black all at once. Giovanni opened his eyes. He had fallen asleep, exhausted in the grass of the hill. He felt a strange burning sensation inside as cold tears streamed down his cheeks, and he sprang to his feet. The town below was bound together by countless lights, just as before, yet now they were somehow more radiant and mellow. The Milky Way, where he had just dreamt himself to, was still a hazy blurry white mass, smoking above the black southern horizon, with a red star and Scorpio twinkling beautifully to the right beside it. The stars in the sky did not appear to have changed position very much from before. Giovanni sprinted down the hill. All he could think of was his mother, who was waiting until he came home before having her dinner. Have a good lurk, Lyria-chan! Thank you! Where were we? All he could think of was his mother, who was waiting until he came home before having her dinner. He passed through the black grove of pine trees, turned by the faintly white pasture fence, and came to the front entrance of the darkened cowshed. It looked like someone wasn't in now, because he saw a cart with 2 barrels of something loading it. Hello? Anybody here? Shouted Giovanni. Coming! A man in thick white pants emerged, adding, What can I do for you? Well, I didn't get our milk delivered today. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. The man immediately went in back and returned with a bottle of milk. Really sorry about this, he said, handing the bottle to Giovanni and smiling. This afternoon I was pretty careless and left the gate to the cow pen open. The little devil made a beeline to his mother and drank up half her milk. I see. Well, I'll take this home then. Please do. Terribly sorry about this. That's okay. Giovanni went out the pasture gate with both hands wrapped around the warm bottle of milk. He walked a distance through heavily treed part of town, coming out onto the main road, where he reached the crossroad. He could see to his right the turrets of the big bridge standing tall in the hazy sky over the river, where Campanella and the others had gone to float lanterns. Small groups of women who had gathered on the corners of the crossroad and in front of the shops were looking towards the bridge and speaking in hushed tones. The bridge itself was swimming in all kinds of light. Giovanni, feeling a strange chill inside, shouted to the people close by, Is something wrong? A child has fallen into the water, said one of them, and they all turned at once towards him. Giovanni ran for his life towards the bridge. The river was invisible for all the people. Giovanni ran for his life towards the bridge. The river was invisible for all of the people on the bridge. A policeman in white was among them. Giovanni reached the end of the bridge and flew down to a wide section of riverbed. Many lights were moving up and down along the river's edge, and a number of lantern flames could be seen rowing the dark embankment on the opposite bank as well. Between them, the river, with no lantern to illuminate it now, flowed in a single great tranquil stream, with little more than a murmur. People were standing in a black mass at the farthest point downstream, where the river formed the sandbar. Giovanni quickly made his way there, bumping into Marceau, who had been with Campanella earlier. Giovanni, said Marceau, running towards him. Campanella's fallen into the river. Why? When? Zanelli was trying to push a lantern down the river from the boat, and that's when the boat tilted and kind of dumped him into the water. Campanella dove right in after him, and he pushed Zanelli back onto the boat. And Kato got hold of him. But then nobody could see Campanella right after that. But everybody's looking, aren't they? Yeah, they all came right away. Campanella's father too. But nobody can find him. They took Zanelli home. Giovanni went to where everyone was waiting. Campanella's father, his jaw angular and pale, wearing a black suit, was standing at the watch. Was staring at the watch gripped in his right hand. He stood tall, encircled by students and townspeople. Everyone's eyes were fixed on the river. Not a soul was saying a word. Giovanni's legs trembled and quaked. The ripples of the black water flashed and glistened as the setting in lamps came and went on the river. Just like at fishing time. Downstream, the Milky Way was reflected from one edge of the river to the other, as if there were no water there at all, but only sky. Giovanni felt that, by now, Campanella could be nowhere but on the very farthest edge of that river, of the only sky. But everyone still wanted to believe that from somewhere among those waves, Campanella would appear and say, "Boy, did I ever swim!" Or that he would be standing on the sandbar that the people didn't even know existed, forced to wait for someone to find him. All of a sudden, Campanella's father spoke up emphatically. "It's no use. It's been 45 minutes since he fell in." Giovanni raised up and stood before him. "I know where Campanella went. I traveled with Campanella." That's what he wanted to say, but the words just stuck somewhere in his throat. Campanella's father, thinking that Giovanni had come to offer his sympathy, peered for some time straight into his eyes and said politely, "You would be Giovanni, isn't it right? Thank you for coming tonight, son." Giovanni bowed, unable to speak. "Has your father come back home yet?" He was still gripping the watch in his fist. "No," replied Giovanni with a slight shake of his head. "I wonder what could have happened. Just 2 days ago, I had a wonderful letter for him. He should be home by about today. The boat must have been delayed, that's it. You'll come to our home tomorrow after school, with everyone else, won't you, Giovanni?" With those words, Campanella's father gazed far downstream, where the galaxy was part of the river itself. Giovanni had no words for the many feelings that filled his heart. He left Campanella's father and went home to take the milk to his mother and tell her about his father's homecoming, running as fast as his legs would carry him along the river's bed towards town. The end. I know. I expected. The end is very sudden. Damn, bro. Oh my god. Wow. Is the only thing that I can say. I'm not sure about some references. I didn't actually know Scorpio's story. What is the Scorpius is a southern constellation located in the southern celestial hemisphere, where it sits near the center of the Milky Way, between Libra to the west and Sagittarius to the east. Okay. Mythology. In Greek mythology, several myths associated with Scorpius are attributed to Orion. According to one version, Orion boasted to the goddess Artemis and her mother Leto that he would kill every animal on Earth. Artemis and Leto sent a scorpion to kill Orion. Their battle caught the attention of Zeus, who raised both combatants to the sky to serve as a reminder for mortals to curb their excessive pride. Said Zeus. The right one to say that. In another version of the myth, Artemis' twin brother Apollo was the one who sent the scorpion to kill Orion, after the hunter earned the goddess's favor by admitting she was better than him. After Zeus raised Orion and the scorpion to the sky, the former hunts every winter, but flees every summer when the scorpion comes. In both versions, Artemis casts Zeus to raise Orion. In Greek myth, without Orion, the celestial scorpion encountered Phaethon while he was driving his father's Helios' son chariot. Interesting. So it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same story. Was Giovanni just on the train to accompany Campanella with A to his destination? I mean, it's Giovanni is the protagonist, so it's Giovanni dreaming. And it's just like, I guess his fantasy about what this all looks like. And I guess he was dreaming about Campanella because Campanella was his best friend. Probably his only friend. Who always very much cared for him. And that friend died. And I guess it's like one of those things when a person you care about appears in your dream before or like while they die. I guess it's kind of that thing. And I guess it was like also a way for Campanella to reflect on his views and his stance in life. The entire thing, the way I read it from the interpretation, is also about what Giovanni decides in the end from their experience watching these people, meeting these people, talking to them. Is that he wants to dedicate his life to making the world a better place for others. Which is something that the author seems to have very much... It was one of his ideals, right? Miyazaki and James. The other thing is, the Southern Cross is the Christian heaven, while the heaven that Campanella goes to is apparently the Buddhist heaven. Which is why he stays on longer until he reaches his. I low-key thought that that by the end of the book, Giovanni would meet his father. Low-key. But it's like implied they meet. And I guess the entire dream is like also very much, a lot of times it's like mentioned how Giovanni feels very alone and sad, and it's hard to understand why, but I guess in a way it's like, I guess it's that feeling that you know, and how he also like for a bit coveted the attention of Campanella. Like being like a bit petulant because Campanella was talking to the girl, but then deciding like, oh, he shouldn't be so petty, and like the girl didn't do anything. Like it's not stated obviously that's what he decided, but he like starts talking to her normally. And then they had like discussion about, I guess, religion in a very childish way, but like yeah, that was the thing. So it's more like it was one last fantastical journey he had with Campanella. Because Campanella saved another boy's life, and it ended up costing him his own. Because you guys know how rivers are. It's like one of the reasons why it's always dangerous to dive into rivers, because you don't know what kind of undercurrents are underwater. You see the top current, but because of what kind of rocks are on the bed, you don't see them. There are undercurrents that can pull you under the water, and then you won't be able to surface. Like you really need to know what kind of river you're diving in. There's usually warning signs that you're not allowed to jump from those rivers. So that's probably what happened there. There was a lot of interesting comparisons and stories that I wasn't familiar with, and I don't know if they are like originally like if they were originally like Miyazaki Kenji came up with them, or he was thinking about them. Also, there's something I'm thinking. I am just being stupid. I am just being stupid. But wouldn't it be fun if I came up with a character that had a fanfic that had acoustic based off the story? Oh my god. What's about Dorabale? What is that even? Where is that even? Why were we suddenly in Colorado? I don't know, man. I guess it's like, see, this is probably like old, this is probably all just Giovanni's imagination that this is what this must look like. What is this? What is this? Wait. What is this? Valdola Veil is a website, but they're like, what is this? It's a Japanese website. I did a quick Google Translate and I cannot, for the love of me, comprehend what is going on this website. Can I have, okay. Download page with introduction opens a new window. Let's see. What is this? Diary. What's the diary? What kind of page is this? I can't understand. Oh, there's like background materials. Let me actually check the materials. Oh, there's like, oh, it's like a resource. It's like a resource. What kind of material is that? Oh, it is really photos of all kinds of places. Holy shit, it's gorgeous. Let me share the screen. Let's go here for a sec. Oh, right. I think I need to cancel the background. The background is now getting cancelled. Okay, so let's go back to our picker. Yeah. Ah, suddenly bright. Let me open the website. I don't think this has anything to do with that. Yeah, I think that's it. Actually, no, I think I need to use this window. Okay. Yeah, see? Wait. Hi, there we go. See, there's like, what the hell? Are these photos? Also, why are they such a small resolution? I can't tell if they're like, are they really just photos? They look like photos. Holy shit. But they'll have pretty low resolution. Holy shit. It's like gorgeous. I wonder if the reason why they named the website Valdola Veil is a reference to this website. Holy shit. Oh yeah, that's basically it. There's also like music materials made with the feelings that amateurs that basically it's like self-made. We post photos and pictures that can be used as background materials. Please feel free to process your distribution, etc. within the scope of agreement. But the site hasn't been updated for a while. This is such an interesting thing to suddenly stumble upon. But there isn't actually, I can't find anything that is a Valdola Veil. Valdola, is there like, no, there's no such thing. So it's like completely original, I guess. Oh my gosh. So you can have scenes for the various parts of the story. No, they're independent. They're independent. They seem to be independent of this. So that's interesting. Yeah, the ending is really abrupt. But it feels like Campanella knew at some point, right? Because like he saw, Giovanni knew at some point. Because like I feel like the way he reacted to Campanella disappearing to see his mother, like he knew. Like he saw it, oh he's gone. And he knew. And he was already crying. And that's why when he went down and then he noticed something. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna quickly change the stream. I'm gonna put it on just chatting because I'm gonna change the that's it. And for I'm gonna take a quick break. BRB, and then we're gonna be doing fanfiction tag tier listing. Because I thought it would be funny because I saw just Carly things doing that and I thought it would be funny. And then I'm gonna out myself. Outing my fanfiction reading materials. There we go. Right, everyone, see you guys in a momento.
Poznan imeru esmeru ni ancestra la yedestu la yestelafu escani estela matu honzuku like on estema like on este is
Okay, I am back. I mean, where's my YouTube chat? There's the YouTube chat. So we're gonna be doing fanfiction drops tier listing. Wake up, everyone! We finished reading. Did I put everyone to sleep? Let's remove all the items. There we go. Nice to meet you back. Oh my god! Are you my father? Okay. Just 5 more minutes. No! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Can you see clearly what this is? Do I need to zoom? Zoom? Let me see. There. Let me make this window bigger again. So let me see on Twitch. Can I read it myself? If I look at it. It's wait. Let me see. Quality is very low. I need to see if I can actually read it. Zoom please. That's a faraway tier list. I think it's kind of legible. The thing is, like, tier lists, I feel like oftentimes people put in pictures, and if you're not the person who made it, it's like a guessing thing. I think I can, yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Do you guys want explanations for what is? If you guys don't know, please ask. Please ask. I'm wondering. Do you guys know what this is for? What ABO stands for? This is just some of the few I found. They kind of overlap, but some of them have different ones. Okay, have a good switch, Hanks. Misspelled Awu? No, it's the Omega verse, basically. You guys know what that is, right? It's a whole thing. It's a very whole thing. Big thing of itself. Let's wait for Hanks to return. I don't think we have. I think everyone heard about it by now, right? Oh my god, I had a work colleague who told me she likes reading those. And it's like, okay. So, if I had to put it... Ah, the Cinematic Omegaverse! Oh my god, Lurker! So I'm gonna say I'm indifferent. I have read some... And, like, as a one-shot, I think they're fine. Wait, is my YouTube chat daijoubu? Oh yeah, my YouTube chat is daijoubu. Go back. There we go. Because I didn't see if it's like the black line is from the background or from the chat issues. Let me get the YouTube chat back. There we go. But it's like... Sometimes it's cringe, like outright cringe. And sometimes it's like, yeah, it's alright. Amnesia. I mean, you guys know what I'm writing. I think it can be pretty interesting. It also, honestly, a lot of times depends on the setting. Angst. What do you guys think is angst for me? So amnesia is, like, I guess, when a character loses their memories. And I like angst, but it's like it hurts. It hurts a lot. So it's like in special doses when I'm feeling like it, but it's pretty great. Yeah. Arranged marriage. I'm not gonna say nah, but like for example, yeah. I don't really like the trope because I read some stuff with it and it's just there's so many tropes attached to it that I just like don't really like, and I feel like a lot of those stories fall into the same kind of dynamic between the characters, and I don't need those dynamics regurgitated 1,000 times. Like, not my vibe. I can see why people like it. What's more like, so like today, a friend recommended to me an artist with their fan art, and they drew fan art of Jujutsu Kaisen fanfic, and the fan art looked really gorgeous. And I was, hey, this looks cool. It looks like it plays in the Heian era. I want to see what that one's about. And I open it up, and it's literally right there, arranged marriage fanfic. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that one. Kiki's waking up. So, like, I don't want to say it's automatically bad, but it's like, Assassin O. I'm gonna confess, I have never read an Assassin O, so it's like, I assume it's like one character is an assassin and they need to assassinate the other character, and it's that dynamic. I don't know, man. Character death. I mean, it can be, like, I haven't had one that was executed poorly, because a lot of times I'm in fandoms where people want to prevent the character death. But, like, executed right, it's goddamn. You heard me. You heard me very well. Oh, this is a funny one. I have no idea where to put it. See, I heard, like, apparently coffee shop AO is very common. Like, AO stands for alternate universe. I guess it's like one character working at the coffee shop and the other being customer, I assume? I never read any of those, like, ever. And I actually don't think I would. Considering this is the type of shit I like. So I'd say it's like, it can be alright, I guess. Like, I don't really have a strong opinion. Crack. Yeah, man, especially crack took it seriously. It's like, sometimes you can take ridiculous scenarios and make them work, or like just explore them, and I think it's really fun. And sometimes it's like, it's just, I mean, who doesn't want to have a good laugh? Crossover. Honestly, that's depends on what. Does it crack you up? I guess it does. I mean, in some ways, like, I gotta say, like, right now, it... you remember the start of, like... You remember when I was reading The Road to Malevolence? Like, this week on Wednesday? Like, that one is cracked to it seriously. Like, you have, like, some jokes thrown in. And then there's fanfics that are, like, absolutely... in that same genre, that are, like, absolutely also joke. I feel like, you know what, maybe I'll put it in alright. Because sometimes, I feel like sometimes when you make everything too much of a joke, if it's like a longer fanfic, multi-chapter thing, if everything is a joke, then nothing is a joke. Oh my god. Like, in measures, crossover, that is like, it really depends. Like, what are we crossing over? Like, it can be really interesting when you, like, explore dynamics of different characters from across different series that you think would be interesting. But, like, I don't know, man. It really depends. Okay, I'm gonna need to look this up. What do they mean by that? Actually, let me close... Let me use this window. You might hear the sound of a cat buttoning around downfig. Okay, so fanlore.org. Darkfig is a fanfiction that deals with intentionally disturbing material such as physical and emotional violence. The main characters may be the victims of the violence perpetrators, or both. The mood and atmosphere are characterized by a shift away from optimism towards despair or hopelessness. Yes! Yes! Sign me up! Thank you so much for following Show the Fulf Butler. Hi. Post for the camera from Bright Time. Have some big toe beans. I have kitty toe beans. Arthur, come back here, you screaming floofer. Arthur! Oh, did you hear that before? Hi, Shu! Welcome! I'm Lyria! I am a singing... a Dragon Idol. I'm a singing and gaming streamer, I guess. This is what we have. I don't know about toe beans, but we have teal. We have teal. Let me get out some teal. Let me get out the big teal. The chunky tail. Do we have them? Yeah, there it is. And sometimes it gets eaten. Make yourself comfy. Okay, where was I? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna confess. I like the dogs. The dogs, the ones that are dead. Rats, hi on us! Big yummy tail, yeah. Hope you're doing well. So, oh guys, there's this story, like, remember like a month or like ago, or like some, or maybe even 2 months ago. No, that was last year. There was this YouTuber that released this like video about her war against fanfiction, and she was so weird. She wanted to portray in her video that like fanfic writers are all such disturbed people, and like you can tell she was specifically selecting shit that's like really low percentage. She went out of her way and found... Oh guys, shit, I need to clean up for cats, that's why they were screaming. Give me a second. There is yeah, give me a second. Stinker. Little fluffy stinker. Arthur. Alright, so back to the lady. Why is my VTuber model so small? Okay, there we go. Thank you. And sorry for the abrupt interruption. So she found a fanfic that's like infamous for being like probably the most disturbed piece of media ever created. And then she used that as an example. But like at the start of the video she goes like, well, like back then in that video a lot of you came out of the woodworks and telling fanfiction isn't all bad and sending me links to fanfics. But like they're all outliers. Like on one hand she implies like a lot of people send her different fanfics, and there's lots of good fanfics out there for every medium. Yes, I'm gonna release you. Go. I'm sorry. But they're all outliers, right? Those good fanfics, they're outliers, right? And then she purposefully selects an example of probably the most disturbed piece of media that was ever written. And that's not an outlier, right? To her, that's not an outlier. The good fanfics are the outliers, which she received multiple links of. And that is, this is like such dishonest behavior. This is such dishonest behavior. And what's more, then, in order to demonstrate how deranged fanfic authors are, she proceeds to scroll through the dead dog do not eat tag. And, lady, like, how are you? Is she? Like, I want to call, like, this is really stupid. Guys, do you know what the dead dog do not eat tag is? The dead dog do not eat tag is a tag that historically came as a warning that I meant what I said. Like, the things you read in the summary, in the description, the tags that are there, whatever disturbing shit that is, I meant what I said. Like, it is what it says on the package. And it is mostly used for fanfics that are like contain disturbing material so that people don't go, hey, I didn't warn you. Like, it is what's in the package. It comes from a clip from a TV series where I don't remember which one. Where let me Google from which one it is. But I think I posted the GIF on the server once. Let me see. Oh yeah, there it is. Dead Dog Don't Eat. Is a warning or tag that is used and interpreted in multiple different ways in different areas of fandom. The phrase comes from a meme referencing 2003 Arrested Development episode Top Banana, in which Michael Bloth opens a paperback labeled Dead Dog Do Not Eat, and upon discovering that there is a dead dog inside the bag, says Deadpan, I don't know what I expected. Hi Jinx! Conry, thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you've been doing well. Hi. So it's like, this lady is looking specifically under the Dead Dog Do Not Eat tag to display how deranged all fanfic authors are. But she's looking at the outliers, and the outliers that specifically say, this shit is disturbed. Please, like, read at your own, read at your own responsibility. You're responsible for your own well-being. Hope all is well with you too. Yeah, I'm doing good, I guess. Could be better, but I'm like surviving. So it's like such disingenuine behavior of the lady. Hey Jinx, have you ever read fanfics? If yes, what kind of text do you like? What kind of tropes do you like? Or like generally, not in fanfics, like what kind of tropes do you like in stories, in media, in different media? Do you have like something you like? But yeah, it was mind-blowing to me. But yeah, I have at some point in Jujutsu Kaisen, not just the specific subgenre that I was reading, but I clicked Jujutsu Kaisen, I just clicked the dark fic, and I clicked the Dead Dog No T tag because I was looking to read something. Forgot. Right, enemies to lovers. I mean, it's a classic. There's good executions and bad execution. I have not read fanfics, but I accidentally searched up Smut Life before. That you don't count. Here's the thing. I guess there is kind of like a thing. Like a lot of people apparently assume that fanfiction automatically means smut, but like it doesn't. Smut isn't even the majority of the fanfics that are out there. Like, the majority is Gen, which is like this, which is like it has no pairings, or it's like it has a pairing but it doesn't have the NSFW content. Oh, I didn't mean to imply that I was saying no, but yeah, you're not the only person. Like, I've heard from some people that's what they assume. As a matter of fact, the lady, the one that I was talking about, apparently that's her assumption too, which is like interesting. I was considering reacting to that video, but like, I don't know, I guess my anxiety overpowered me, and I found other reaction videos to it that are much better and well researched than I would have been able to do, and I think like, you know what, I don't need to. I don't need to. But like, within 5 minutes you already know that this is like this is done with malicious intent. Oh, Found Family is really good. Yeah, that's a really good one. It's always warm and fuzzy. Oh yeah, enemies to lovers is... I'm gonna put it under alright because it's like really execution dependent, but it's generally a very good classic. One Tetsu! Kandri, hope you've been doing well! Hi hi! Fake relationship. I think... Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean... I don't know, man. I need extra tears. I need extra tears. Because, like, it's cute. Gangster Mafia. I have never read a Mafia! Never! I'm doing well. So, anyone in chat, you guys, can you tell me what kind of tropes you like in the media? Like, you don't it doesn't have to be fanfic, because, like, this kind of stuff applies across all storytelling. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I don't really care. Genfic. It's my bread and butter. These are basically no pairing fics. It's my bread and butter. This is like what I read most of the time. High school, college, yeah. I also like Romeo and Juliet-esque relationships. I need all the pain. They love each other, but the universe won't allow it. Oh yeah, the yearning. The yearning. Yeah. Like, that's like, the one to see Romeo and Juliet trope is the star-crossed lovers, right? That's also what they're called. But like, sorry, need to blow my nose. But there's also like different circumstances. Yeah! Like, not necessarily fate, but like other stuff that prevents them, or like, yeah. Historical, oh. I mean, also depends on the execution, but I think it can be pretty cool. You know, no, that's pretty great. Hurt comfort. Yes. Yeah. Hurt comfort is like a character gets hurt and then there's a comfort. Magico. Honestly, I've never had Magicos because the shit I'm reading already usually has magic in their universe. So like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Most of the shit I read is like fantasy or sci-fi. Hurt comfort is pretty late too. Yeah. Ren and Nora from Ruby. I still never watched Ruby. No. Pyroto. I mean, hi Arun, Kandri. Hope you're doing well. I think there's like a lot of woke fanfics that spawned like from like supernatural community. Actually no, I have read supernatural fanfics, but like very few, and it was like forever ago. I think I read like, oh right, I read a Harry Potter and supernatural crossover up to like chapter 5 or something, and then something happened and I fell off. Pyroto. Never ever have I ever read a Pyroto. I don't know. Are they common? Are they that common? Is this that common? Are these always that common? I never ever read them. I guess if it's like a series that is like placed in our normal world and has like low magic or stuff going on, then this is kind of, see, this is like the kind of shit, what is your fandom missing? For example, Jujutsu Kaisen, a lot of shit goes down. There's a lot of trauma, meaning there's a lot of fix-its being written, right? There's gonna be dark facts, there's gonna be ye old angst, and there's gonna be a shit ton of fix-it, or like scenarios also where there's like no magic scenarios, right? And everybody lives, right? Because there's a lot of trauma in the series. But if you have like a series that's like low on that, for example, then people would look for to explore other dynamics in that. So, and since a lot of the series I read or watch usually have, honestly though, I haven't read any Apothecary Diaries fanfics because I'm not having that itch because I already like the source material so much. And I don't really think much to explore, but that would be like, for example, like Apothecary Diaries is already a historical drama. So, you wouldn't do this. This doesn't apply. So this would be like something like this. Or like coffee shop. Or like this. Or even magic, yeah. Nya! Nya! I don't know, man. No. If it has plot, then yes, but without, no. Royalty, oh. I have seen that one pop up among scrolling fanfics, and I never clicked on it because it smelled of so many tropes that you have read times and times again, and I was like, I'm not. And my juice. Secret Agent O. I mean, it could be cute. It's like Spike's family. Like, this is an O that you won't find in Spike's family because this is what the series is. Time travel. Absolute cinema! Absolute fucking cinema, because see, so like what are my favorite fandoms? Have been the ones that I've read the most fanfics from. It's gonna be Harry Potter, it's gonna be Avatar: The Last Airbender. At some point, I had read every single Zuko-centric fanfic that was on fanfiction.net. I was starving! I was starving for content, and then Embers happened. And then the rest is history. But I actually don't think I've ever read an Avatar: The Last Airbender time travel fanfic. Holy shit, I should look that up! But like, I also feel like the plot works out so well that you like... Do you need that? Last Airbender? What is the name of my room purifier? Nice! Nice Rubik's. Like, the other one is like Final Fantasy VII. I have read multiple Final Fantasy VII fanfics, and most of them were explicitly time travel. Fix it! Because, you know, so much... This is another one where so much shit goes down, so much people get hurt, that you just want to fix shit, and you want everyone to be happy! Obviously, Jujutsu Kaisen also lots of time travel fanfics. Final Fantasy IX, no time travel fanfics, but I also read multiple ones from there. Obviously, Jujutsu Kaisen lots of fanfics. Have I had like another? Oh yeah, I had a very specific fascination with Star Wars fanfics that were Obi-Wan centric. Yeah. Yeah, I was an Obi-Wan fangirly. Like sometimes, like, you see, I have like sometimes it's like rarely like explicitly the fandom, but you see, I have this specific itch. I wanna read Final Fantasy VII Fix-It fanfics. I wanna read the Jujutsu Kaisen Fix-It fanfics, or like the self-inserts, which are basically usually Fix-It. I wanted to read Zuko-centric fanfics, so I was like, I need this. This is the itch that needs to be scratched. Vampire, oh. I feel like this is the type of AO that also can be like really overrun with tropes similar to arranged marriage. So like, it could be good, depending on what kind of dynamics you explore. But I feel like it can easily fall into the most already overdone tropes. So it's like I say indifferent. Never read one, and probably never will. Zombie-O. Also never read one, but I might give it a pass. Because I just generally like this type of scenarios. So I'd say I'm gonna put it in right. Okay, can I download the image? Okay, got it. Gonna post it later. Yeah, I'm not creating an account. Okay, what do I have? Here, this is very similar. Let me see if there's one that's a bit different. This one is a bit different. Oh, this one has a lot more. Meet ugly. What the fuck is a meet ugly trope? Oh my god, this is so many! Wait, I think this is the same one. Right, that's the same one. I think I accidentally opened multiple links. Yeah. I think let's do one that's bigger. This one. Love, like, okay, sure, hell no. I think there needs to be an extra tier. I'm sorry, I think there needs to be an extra tier. Let me see. It's not gonna be yellow, it's gonna be... I'm gonna put it as gray, and I'm gonna label it meh. The row is called meh. Tippy tapsies! There we go, tippy tapsies! Wait, oh yeah. So, yeah. Because there is something between sure and meh. Also, okay, what is like okay? Like meh is like you read it because you ran out of stuff to read, but you haven't satisfied the itch. This is what happened to me with those Avatar: The Last Airbender Zuko fanfics. At some point, I read something that I'd consider like, this is really bad. This is really bad. The characterization, it's not even the writing or the grammar, but the characterization is so off. And it's like, this is really bad. I'm fucking desperate. I'm gripping my head here. So like, meh are those fanfics that on a good day, you would not read. Unless you're like really desperate. I think I'm just, you know what, I think I'm just gonna rename the short tier, let's leave this row. Let's rename the short tier into meh. It's more accurate. Oh my god. So much stuff. 5 plus 1. So I'm gonna explain this one. 5 plus 1 is 5 times when something didn't happen and the one time it did. And I think I read like only very few of them. Like 1 or at most 2. But I think the concept itself, like the it's not really a premise, it's more like the structure of a fanfic. Oh my god, hi She! Connery, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day. We're being invaded! Hello daughter, how are you doing? Alright, shout out command. How's everyone? Hi Solar Cypress! Welcome Raiders! What did you stream? How was the stream? Are you doing well? Is she Aina? Did I spell good? No. This. There we go. Did it work? It worked. Hi! How's it going? Hi Lurk! Over 9,000! Indeed! Welcome! Make yourself comfortable! I'm Lyria, singing Dragon Idol. Yes. Let me check what you streamed. We did karaoke! Nice! Hope you had lots of fun! Yeah. Caps lock. Yeah, caps lock. Hi G! Hi! Nyo Punk! Oh, by the way, it's okay if you raid and run, understandable. Hi Azzy Watermelon! Hi! Welcome! But, like, if you tell me, do you have, like, a favorite trope? It doesn't have to be a fanfic. Like, in media, is there something that is like, yeah, this is some good shit. Like, a favorite trope. A favorite type of plot. Do you have something? Please share. I'm curious. Hi, Risei, so hi! Nyopong. Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, if you don't want to state that, is also fine. Is Doomed Yuri a trope or a genre? Yeah, it also can be a genre. I think Doomed Yuri is great. I think Doomed Yuri is... Honestly, Doomed Relationships, that's the word I was looking for when Jinx was here. Like the cheesy rivals to lovers. Yeah! No, but it's a classic. It's like enemies to lovers. It's such a classic. You can do so much with it. She likes cute Yuri. Yeah, cute Yuri, but also Doomed Yuri. I'm fine. Here's the thing. I think girls are cute. So, oh my god, I need to watch that that there was a Doomed Yuri series, anime series last year. Yes, Doomed Yuri! But I don't think it's necessarily cheesy. I think it's a very solid classic. There is a reason why enemies to lovers is such a good trope. It's used across multiple genres, so I think you're very valid for that. Because it's a really great dynamic to explore. And it has so many variations that it's hard to make this trope stale, in my opinion. It's pretty hard because it's very varied. I have confessed that I liked my dogs. Dead. No, not really. Only very specifically. Very picky with the dogs. Like, I read several dead dog pics on the Jujutsu Kaisen, but like, I won't be going into certain other fandoms. Like, I don't think I would go to Final Fantasy VII and click a dead dog to not eat fic. I don't think I'm that insane. Like, it's... Or like, a certain... Guys, there's a certain infamous dead dog to not eat fanfic where I opened it because I heard people talk about it. Like, it was mentioned on TikTok, and then some of my fanfic friends brought it up, and so I looked it up. And I didn't read it, I only read the tags. And I just can't... How... Is this person alright? Probably not! It's like, please stay safe, and don't ever let anyone trick you into reading that. That's oh my god. Yeah, it's the very one that the lady that did the I'm gonna do the back push-ups. It's the very same one that the lady looked up and said like, see, this is the fanfiction authors are terrible people. And I'm just like, ma'am, did you look specifically for this one? Like, you found something that is known to be probably the most deranged piece of media ever written, and like, you're making this the example as the norm? Holy shit. Yeah, some tags are interesting. Oh, wait. Let me open that account. There's like, wait, there is like a Twitter account? Let me open it up. Yeah, there's the unhinged AO3 tags. There's a Twitter account. Wait. I know there's a Twitter account. Hello? Why isn't that the first thing that pops up on search? Yeah, there it is. What the? Oh my god! Give me a second. Give me a second. I don't know, can I show this shit on stream? Yeah, let me censor a lot of this. Oh wow, this is very big. Yeah, like this. Okay, let me move the chat back in here. Yeah, and the thing is, for the longest time, I used to, even Gone is completely lost. No, I'm not! Like, what is this? What is this even? What the hell is this tag? What? Also, this therapy for the author. What? insane! It's insane! Get some milk. But a lot of them are like from NSFV stuff, right? Therapy for the author. Welcome. Not for me! Let me return to the normal screen. Yeah, those are traumatizing. And let me tell you, the infamous fanfic that everyone quotes as the most disturbing piece of media ever written, those tags, I don't think Twitter would let you publish them, which is why they're probably not on the Twitter account, and that is telling something. It's a reference to how he said, man, what's a fine a lover who's like their mom, but the whole, even though it's... What? People don't want to admit... Huh? I'm going to make it smaller, so that you see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, we're finding the rest of the screen. Wow! Wait, I'm gonna do more thing. Okay. This and Arthur! Arthur! No, we're gonna leave it like this. Okay. There we go. There we go. Sorry, Arthur again. Okay. Alright, I still need to do the push-ups. I hope Hoshi wasn't too traumatized by seeing that. But, it's a wild. But as you saw, most of them are non-safe for work fanfics, right? So the tags probably are gonna be more unhinged. Now the internet hurt me worse. I'm sorry, Hoshi. I'm sorry. But yeah, as I said, like, most of the fanfics are gen. Or like they have a ship, but they're not under mature or explicit, right? So they're like, they're gonna be normal. Quotation marks. They're gonna be sane. Like that is an account that's specifically for unhinged tags. Like you wanna yes, G. So, some stuff on AO3 is safe for work. Really traumatized Hoshi wears when trying to eat her. Yes, takoyaki would be great now. Nom 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 nom. Says me while waving my big fat tail around. So you're probably fine, gone. You too, Mom. It's okay. It's okay. You can eat my tail too. Okay, let me do the push-ups. Let me do the push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. GG. GG easy. The thing is, G, it's not that there's stuff that is not safe for work on AO3. The thing is, you're not supposed to be reading AO3 at work. Gonzo Polish is not even doing push-ups, but world push-downs, TM. D, yeah. D. And C. Right, where was I? Sorting these. You guys can ask me questions if you don't know any of these. And if anyone needs to like read and rant, that's understandable. Always read fanfic on payroll. Oh my god. So 5+1 is not, it's not a trope per se, it's more like a format. It's like 5 times this thing didn't happen and 1 time it did. It can be something cute, it can be something disturbing. Jinshi-sama! And I think it's a pretty good format. It also apparently is also often used in challenges. Yeah! Have a good lurk! Din-dins. Abuse. Ooh. That one really depends. That one really depends. I'm gonna put it under a key. accidental incident? What is an accidental incident? Let me look this up. Accidental incident. Is it like a specific? What is that? Arthur! What is an accidental incident? Maybe just cause there's so much toxic yaoi. Imagine someone unknowingly enters the stream and it's like a Guess we'll have I'll have to cut this out of the VOD on YouTube. Abuse in yaoi kind of works for some reason. Maybe that's just because there's so much toxic yaoi. Yeah, here's the thing. This again. How is it portrayed and how is it treated by the story? Because when there's toxic yaoi, you kind of know that the author obviously doesn't what they write does not reflect their real life appearance. I assume dindins are dinner. Oh! Oh! Okay, it's on TV Drops. Actually, no, it's not. What's this? No? It isn't really explained, so I don't know. I'm gonna make a new tier. Honestly, is it like an NSFita? Huh? Let me make a new... No, wait. Go back. Let me make a... I'm clicking the wrong thing. Wait. Add row below. And yeah, close. And I'm gonna leave this. I don't know what this means. Question marks. And I'm gonna make it purple. Adoptive parent. Yeah, can be good. Sometimes it can be like a bit cringe. How do I put it? I don't like when characters like when you have like teenage characters but they get like overly infantilized. Like this is like a 15, 16-year-old. They don't want to be treated as a little kid. Most of the teenagers want to be treated like adults. Like, have you forgotten what it's like this kind of thing is like the thing that's like I don't want to read that. But overall I think it can be good if it's done well. It isn't... I wouldn't necessarily read it, I guess. Okay, you know what? I wouldn't necessarily read it, but I think it's okay. It's like more like... You know what? Let's redo. Let's redo. Let's make this one green. Go down. And make this one... I guess light blue. And I'm gonna add... a new row below, and this one is gonna be sure and that's where I'll put it. Like, it's not me, but like sure I could treat teenagers like adults. Not even sure if I want to be treated like one yet. Yeah, that's terrible, isn't it? Aftercare is let me go back to the I have fan lore open. Oh, it's a BDSM thing. Yeah, I'm not reading it. It's not like I think it's like hell no, but like me, I don't care. Afterlife. Yeah. That's yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Age gap. It's like, what is the age gap? Gonna put it here. Aged up. Sure. Amnesia. Yeah, can be fun. And they were roommates. Yes. Oh my god, have you guys seen that the Crunchyroll published that clip from To Be Hero X, and it was titled and they were roommates? That was like, dang, bro. You're right, Turbix. Treat it like an adult. Dang, you have to do your taxes. Oh dang, I will have to do my taxes soon. I'll have to do the taxes by the end of February. It is bread served momentarily, yes. But also no, because it has gluten. Angst. I don't need to explain that. Arranged marriage. It's like me. As I said, this one is me for me because like I feel like it falls under so many tropes. It's like I'd read it if I have nothing. Like either it has to be like it has to be known as a really good fanfic. I will throw bread at you. Go no, Rubix, no gluten. Don't throw gluten at me. No. By arranged marriage, I feel like it's also can be very tropey and people. Wait, you can't see the tier list now. Oh, is it too big now? Oh, I guess it's too big. Wait. Give me a drop a second. Go like this. And do like this, I guess. And then we yoink. Go like this. Yeah. And you open YouTube chat. Like it can be good, I guess, but like I have to know 100% in advance that this has got to be like a very good one. This is gonna be worth my time. I am not gonna search for it myself. Like it has to be a recommendation. It has to be worth my time. So the love was out of the frame. Oh, pure gluten it is instead. No. Wait. Didn't she have this conserve thing that had like what was the title? Gee, what was the title of the gluten thing that you kept posting? The pure gluten thing. Okay, asphyxiation. Ay, caramba. Arthur, why are you screaming? And he shuts up. Arthur! 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 I mean, he shuts up when I call him. Satan. Fried gluten whole! Oh my god. Fixation. I don't have an opinion. No. This is like one I'd actively like absolutely no. Not clicking. Bathing washing? I don't know, man. Yeah, like I don't have an opinion. Probably not. I don't know, man. How are you guys gonna frame it? It depends on how I frame it. Hell no! Yeah, I guess there's a difference between like I don't care and hell no betrayal. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one. Betrayal is a good one. Biting. It's the same. Like I don't care, bro. Lad. I mean, is that like a tag or what? Sure. You know, when you phrase it like that, I'm not sure. Okay, no. I think we can put it like this: body worship. I don't read enough mature labeled fics to even care about this. I don't care. Body swap. Yeah. This one could be good. This one could be good. Bonding. I mean, like, what the hell are you else gonna read it for? Breakup, divorce. I mean, we already had the KFC breakup in JJK, I guess. No, I wouldn't have actively clicked on it. Romance. Yeah. Cannibalism. Sure, okay. I have nothing to say because because the majority of Jujutsu Kaisen fanfics have the tag called canon-accurate cannibalism, or like canon-compliant cannibalism. So I don't have anything to say. Admittedly, they usually only mean the fingers. Canon-compliant. Yeah, sure. And diversions! Yeah! Bring it on, baby! Like, in a fanfic, you wanna explore, like, at least for me, I wanna explore, like, I wanna explore, I wanna explore different scenarios. Like, what would happen if this and this happened? And then how would that change the dynamics? How would characters react to it? That's interesting. It can be... I guess it can be fall under canon compliant, but like cut content. I guess. In the fanfiction you want to explore. Silent... explode. Silent Hinata panic. I think he's beyond panic now. But I think I'm getting closer to figuring out the past. Character study. Hell yeah! Childhood best friends. Yeah. Codependency. Ooh, that could be coercion. I don't know, man. I don't have a coming of age. I mean, a lot of manga are coming of age. Gonna read the name of what you're ranking, please. Oh shit, sorry. Childhood friends. Codependency. I put codependency under sure, but it's like it really depends. Me, I'm the lurker in the room. I'm working on the side. Dang. Coercion I put under me. Coming of age it's okay because I mean a lot of manga we read the entirety of the shonen genre and also a lot of shoujo genre are like coming of age stories, and a lot of Western media too are coming of age stories. So I'm like, yeah, confession. Yeah, sure, it can be cute. Consent. Consent is sexy. And crack. You know what? And this time I'll probably put it under a K because I sometimes this has been overdone. Crime. Now I want to know. I'm sorry, I'm probably reading this too fast. Like, crime. What crime? Are we committing the crime? Is being the crime committed upon us? Like the protagonist, I mean. What type of crime? Like, what do you mean by this? Crossover. Yeah, sure. Cutest aggression. Cutest aggression is what I feel towards characters. I guess I'll put it under, like, dark fic. Dark fic went under love. Yeah. But it's also, like, for very specific characters. You know, it's like, it has to be a very specific character. Death of Nadit. This one is hard to rank because you have on one hand those outliers, and then you have stuff that Dr. Nadit picks that are like more like character studies. And the character study ones are, yeah. So like, Death of Dr. Nadit like really depends. Denial. Is a river in Egypt? I put it under okay. Because characters being in denial about their feelings about themselves is always a very interesting topic for me, and like coming to terms with things. Derealization. What the fuck is a derealization? I have to Google so much. Okay, what is it? Derealization. He'd have a pan of chocolate and eat a sausage. Kremlin vibe. I mean, valid? Or did your pan of chocolate? Did you put the sausage into the pan of chocolate? Derealization is an alteration in the perception of the external world, causing those with a condition to perceive it as unreal, distant, distorted, or in other ways falsified. Other symptoms include the feeling as if someone's environment lacks spontaneity, emotional coloring, and depth. Experiences of unreality or detachment with respect to surroundings. Ooh. Individuals or objects are experiences unreal, dreamlike, foggy, lifeless, and visually distorted. This sounds like a dead dog. Why did the chocolate hurt you? I'm gonna put it under meh. I feel like I could cook okonomiyaki for Dragonmon, but for me, sausage and the brown chocolate. Hoishi, when I'm alone, I'm also eating like... I'm also not really cooking. Like, for myself, why would I bother? But when it's for others, it's for others. It's same. So like, I feel like I have read Dead Dog Not Deep Big with derealization in it. But I can't say I really liked it. I was like, it's an iffy one for me. Disability. Can be interesting, but I probably won't be clicking it actively. I also eat scraps when cooking for myself. Yeah. Solution. Just hire G as your maid gone. Solution for your cooking issues. Oh my god. Doms up. Like, also same. Don't really have an opinion. The next one is domestic violence. And these are like hurt comfort things and found family fix probably. Or like character exploration. It's like, I'd be very picky. I'd be extremely picky with what I'd read there. But it's like absolute bottom of me. Like it's one of those where like I don't know. Cause like it's also kind of part of something that could fall in the dark. Like, I guess I'm gonna put it into me. Domestic. Sure. I don't necessarily like. I guess I don't read enough feel-good fanfics. And most of the time, I want shit to be going down and happening, but it can be cute from time to time. Then the next one is doomed by the narrative. Yes, baby, I'm putting it under like. Doomed family. What is doomed family? Guys, can you think of an example of doomed family? I don't even know, man. Family, same! I guess I'm gonna put it under me because I don't really get it. Doomed lovers. Yeah, we love them. Doomed relationship. Yeah, doomed siblings. What is this, Andy and Lele or what? Sure. I don't know, man. You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Could be. I don't know, man. It's getting too big again. Spike's family, if Lloyd or you end up killing each other. Ooh. But no, but that's in a way, doesn't that kind of... Oh wait, I need to do this. Oh, we're out of space in general. We're kind of out of space in general. Thanks so much for the following. Our pet flickers. Oh my god. No. Okay, where's the YouTube chat? There we go. Solution for English. Okay. That's still a doomed relationship. I'm not sure if they... Though honestly, it's a family if it's not just the parents, if it's not just the couple, and it's also the children. And I guess, yeah, if the family falls apart, I guess it's kind of doomed. Drunken intimacy. Yeah, sure, that can be cute. Dubious consent. Dysfunctional relationship. Under okay. Emotional baggage. Into like. Hi, I'm Reza. Hi. Welcome on YouTube. We're ranking fanfiction tropes. We're ranking fanfiction tropes. Yeah, I get what do you mean? It's like, why do so many of my messages get blocked? I think it's because the word shit got highlighted. I am sorry. Is that very bad? This mod is probably going down. Enemies to friends to lovers. Yeah, it's a good one. Established relationship. Also, I don't see why not. I'm gonna put it under sure though. Shit contains she and t. Dang. Everyone is alive! Yes! Like! Everyone is alive! Everyone is dead! Also like! Arthur, why are you being so silly? Stop attacking the printer. What do you mean, please don't lie? What do you mean? I'm not lying. What are you talking about? Everyone is dead. No. Otherwise, I wouldn't be reading all the fix-it fanfics where everyone is alive. See? I read so many time travel fanfics where shit gets fixed and people survive, and that's cool. But yeah, about the blocked message, Bandubis consent, I hate that. Like, in real life, it's a big no. But when it's like exploring dynamics between characters, it's a thing. Because unfortunately, here's the thing, if you remove all... This is my personal stance, first of all, like, I would not start banning, like, in literature. Because that can be, censorship can be a slippery slope, right? But, like, here's the thing. Bad things happen in real life, unfortunately. And censoring media to pretend that those things don't exist won't change the reality. And sometimes people write things in order to deal with their emotion, and maybe something really bad happened to them. So, it is unfortunately what it is. And if that's how they want to deal with their emotions, I think they're very valid. Everyone is gay. I don't think it doesn't have to be. I mean, it's very typical for shonen for very good reasons. But it doesn't have to be. It's like exes. Okay. Experimentation. I don't know what they mean by that. What do they mean by this? Actually, let me rephrase this. What do you mean by this? Have a good overnight, Lyria King. Thank you so much for dropping by. Fake dating marriage. Yeah, sure. Falling in love. That is sure. It's very cute. Feminization. That's not my cup of tea. I probably wouldn't click on it. Big inspired by. Why is this? Oh my god. Let me look at what the rest is. Oh my god, I don't think I'm gonna go through this. That's like, oh, there's still so much to do. Okay. Big inspired by. Let me add a new category, because we clearly don't have enough categories. This one is gonna be pink. No, wait, this one needs to be, what was it? This was dark? Yellow? And this one is gonna be pink. I'm gonna label it, why does this need to be ranked. Because of course some fanfics are gonna be inspired by others. Why is this even a thing? First kiss. Yeah, sure, it's cute. It's cute. I guess I'm gonna go keep. First love. Yeah, it's also cute. It's time. Yes? Fix it! Yes! Yes! Yes, baby! Better yet, if you combine these two. Flap. Depends on what. I guess I'm not the most fluff reader. Yeah, I'll put it under a key. Forbidden romance! Ooh. That's like the Romeo and Juliet thing. Yeah, I'm gonna... should put it under like. I don't feel like it's the most thing that I seek out to read. But it's certainly something that's interesting to read. There's honestly, it's hard to fit this entire thing on the screen. Doesn't fit on my screen either. Friends to strangers. Ooh, that one hurts so much. Ooh, damn. This will be so interesting. Friends with benefits. It's not gonna click, not gonna gang violence. What is a gay chicken? Gang violence. Wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by gay chicken? Gender swap. Sure. Getting together. Yeah, I guess. Oh my god, it's so hard to rank on some of these. Maybe I'll just stick with the original one. I don't want to finish this one. There's too much. But I'm gonna go ahead and say, isn't this the one that had the Hanahaki? Hanahaki is the one that I thought was like really interesting. Guys, do you know what Hanahaki is? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna finish this. I thought first of all, oh, this is a great idea. Wait, let me type it in the chat. Hanahaki. So Hanahaki is a fictional disease where a person who has an unrequited love, how do you still see that word? Yeah, and in that case, they start coughing up flowers, like flowers start growing in their lungs and they start coughing up petals and flowers. And unless they confess their love or they have a surgery, they will die from it. Right? But they're like, usually it's somebody they like either feel ashamed of, I don't know, it's just various different feelings that prevent them from confessing their feelings. You know? It can be like socially not acceptable. It might be, I don't know, enemies to lovers. But it's like a very specific AU. And there's actually a different type of flower related fictional disease, which is flowerfell, which is like from an Undertale alternate universe where every time Frisk dies, there's like buttercups sprouting up of the body and they can't be removed. And Sans is the only one that knows. There's that one, which is also interesting. I have never heard of that haki in One Piece. Yeah, but it's like a different haki because haki here isn't disease. It's the flower disease. Flower mention, oh my god. Yeah, I actually had to look that one up. I had a very strange flower-related nightmare. And a friend told me, oh, that sounds like Hanahaki or Flowerfell. And then I had to look up what the Flowerfell is. Flowerfell in the Big 26, I haven't heard that name in so long. I never played Undertale, so I didn't know. But yeah, a friend told me about that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna finish this. I was like, some things are really hard to rank. Cowboy, I guess. Whoop. What is this? What do they mean by this? What do they mean by this? Like... Like this, for example, no, past life, yes. Partners in crime, I guess. Out of character, no. The point of me reading a fanfic is because I want to put that character into different situations. There's you. Why is this even on this list? Hi, John. Hi. I am being tired. Yeah, here's, for example, another one, like, references to trauma. Here's the thing. Shit happens in real life. Pretending it doesn't make it disappear. Maybe you can find a shorter one. We already did a shorter one, and I think I'll just leave this one unfinished. And I'll wrap up and find somebody to read. I know, I kinda... They're also specific, yeah, but also in some I don't even know what the fuck they mean. Let's see who is live, and we should... You know what? Since Jinx dropped by, let's just read Jinx. I don't know, I'm kind of unhappy with how I ended the stream. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe it was a stupid idea to do these tier lists. I'll just publish the one that I actually finished. Dragon Idol Raid, let's go. I feel like it's interesting to discuss different... It was fun, don't beat us up. Thank you. Was that a sorry? Yes, it was a sorry. It was a terrible sorry. It was a big sorry. I like it though. Maybe we can do something like this another time. On YouTube, I kind of want to rate Pam. I am not going to be there for the reply, but I want to rate Pam. Okay. Let me give you... Thank you. Let me give you guys... No, sorry. Big sorry. Yeah. I will. I'm always silly. Dragon Idol Raid. Please say hi to Pam for me. Right, everyone, make sure to take care and hydrate. And tomorrow we watch along. And tomorrow we will finally get to season 3 of GGK. Let's do this! Take care, everyone. Thank you for joining me.